Viewers, welcome back to David Wheeler Models. As it's Christmas time right now, I thought I would share with you my favourite Christmas box. So let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so as you can see, lots of lovely things inside. This is my collection of small scale British Army. I'll come back to these in a minute. And even a model Stevenson's rocket, which I'd like to get around to making at some point. I think that's a Daypool model. I believe it might have been AFVs a long time ago. So as you can see, one of my favourites, you might have seen me recently do the 3D model, the Badger 3D one. This is the old Kingfisher resin kit of the Spartan, one of my favourites. And you can open up all the turrets and things in that as well, unlike the 3D model. So looking forward to getting around sometime to do that. This is the Rover Defender, another Kingfisher. That's the Wolf, which I believe may have been in the sort of second Gulf War of the early noughties, but used by special forces for patrol, and got the 50 caliber gun up on the top. So useful piece of kit. I'll come back to these bits as well in a minute. These are the inside moulded things for the Revel Warrior, so you can actually open up the back doors, and that is effectively the inside of a warrior with all the seats and everything. I look at a few of those. I don't think you can get those anymore, so need to find out a way to be able to mould those, if I'm allowed to, under copyright and things. I won't sell them, I'll obviously just make them for myself. This is the Sedan Axon tractor and trailer, or tractor rather. I've got the trailer separately. The old Kingfisher model was Continental Supply models before that, CSM. And that's the sort of thing that would have been used in the first Gulf War, the early 1990s, to move things like the Scorpion, the Spartan, that kind of thing. Some of these are like detailed boxes. Oh, there we go. That's the Scorpion Kingfisher. I can tell by the prices as well that these are quite old. And these are in 76 scale, so not 72 scale like most models nowadays are. There's not a lot of difference in that size. This is the up armour set for the Revel kit, the Warrior. So some few extra bits and bobs and panels and things, and what are they called? So turret, you can open up the turret and that kind of thing, hatches, that kind of thing. There's a few more of those. I bought a couple of those while I could. Two more there. And there are some extra bits and bobs in here. This is the FV432. So this one you can even open up the doors or something and have the detailed interior inside. So that's a very nice model. And what's this here? This is... oh, this is a Warrior interior that I mentioned. So it's another one of these. And it features all the stuff that you can add to the Revel kit to, like I said, to open up the panels and everything to display that. I've also got the Combat 72 range. Not sure if you can still get these either anymore. That's the FV432. Oh, that's the same as that one that I've already mentioned it. So lots of goodies in there. Things like also Resin Warrior stowage. Because obviously in theatres the Warrior has a lot of extra stowage added on. And you can see the panels and things for the Warrior as well. Some extra detail. This is the old CSM, so this is really old. But lovely stuff. You can smell the resin here. These are the decals that you can get for Kingfisher models for the Modern British or the Gulf War equipment. And also the Eduard etched metal to add detail to the Warrior. It's quite hard to work, but you can put on the stowage basket on the back, super glue it on there and make it look really nice and detailed. And I'll be showing you a version of my Revel Warrior with all that soon. And just finally, I've actually got some machine guns there, obviously used on the British Armour fighting vehicles. Very nice detail. Not even sure where they're from. Made in Ukraine. And somewhere in here I've actually got some Warrior barrels as well, that have been machined. They're metal and they look more realistic, so they look really good. These are things like kitchen containers for in theatre, so you could set up like a little, I don't know, an Afghan base or something, British Army. and that's it. And these are things like barriers and stowage, that kind of thing. So one of my favourite boxes, as always, must get around to actually making some of these. It's time, isn't it? But some lovely things in there, number plates, hazard markings, that kind of thing, from Kingfisher, where you can still get the decals for the small scale 72, 76 British Army stuff. Right, so let's put that away and hopefully not leave it till next Christmas before I enjoy it again. Thank you then. Bye bye.